You are indeed here first, Art. Welcome, welcome. Just kicking down the door a mere 60 seconds from this thing opening up. Welcome, Art. Thank you. We are back. It's more Warhammer. It's my favorite thing to do on a Saturday afternoon. Speaking of Total War Warhammer, Art, that DLC is insane. Absolutely insane. Hey, Hawk, moin to Hawk, and Julian, welcome. Welcome, everyone. I'm just still getting a little bit caught up on what we were doing last week. I don't actually kind of remember, and I didn't have as much time as I would like to, check in with the game. So I'm just kind of getting back up to speed and trying to remember what we did. The new DLC for Total War Warhammer 2 is just ridiculous. Once again, it completely changes the way you play the game with two more legendary lords. It's just crazy. I've been running around with it for a couple of days now since it came out, and it's just... I'm not even sure what to do with it. It just, once again, completely changes the way you play Total War Warhammer. That's what I love about Creative Assembly, and I know people really hate them, but I'm not one of them. I genuinely appreciate the way they put out content and DLC and games. I like what they do. They gave a great piece of DLC, very fairly priced, and it adds value to the game, as I have always said. So it looks like we just took over... there's so many things going on down here, I can't even see what this place is. Tor Saurwar. Saurwar? Who knows? And who's banged up from this? So Koval is pretty wrecked. Koval's going to need some time to chill. Have I played Rust? I have not. I have watched people play Rust. Probably my favorite one is Many a True Nerd playing Rust, where he's just wandering around going, I'm a really big famous YouTuber, and if you help me, you'll be in my YouTube video. It was hysterical. I've watched that a couple of times. I have not played it myself, though, Julian. I played other survival games, not that one. I am a big fan of Scum, which is the worst named game that is incredibly awesome. I'm a huge fan of that. I think that is an amazing survival game in that genre of Rust. But I haven't played Rust myself. Marathi, you're actually fine. Marathi's totally cool, so I'm just going to move Marathi over here, if only so I can see what's going on here. It's a little crowded. And Nightshade, you're basically okay. Why don't you follow Marathi? And are you actually, Koval, are you in the city? You are in the city. Okay, super. So you're going to heal up super quick. And is there anything we can do about this little Lothern agent that's kicking around? Not like that we can't. No, not with a 25% chance we can't. Where's Sabioth? He's good at this. And unless he's been wounded again, which is entirely likely. He gets wounded a lot, does Sabioth. And, Sabioth is hanging out with Marathi, and Marathi doesn't have Sabioth, so I would conclude from that Sabioth has probably been wounded again. Right. Who else is kicking around here that needs something to do? Oh, we still haven't taken Torelier. I keep forgetting about this place. Right, because we got chased out of there. That's why. Yeah, I remember that now. Oh, and I built the Black Ark. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, I built a Black Ark for no apparent reason other than I can do bombardments on Tor Elrier if they come out and play. So that'll be fun. We'll be able to shoot them from the ship. Oh, speaking of shooting things from a distance, the new DLC. Yeah, the Skaven have a nuclear weapons program now. Just so we're all caught up. The Skaven have a nuclear weapons program in the new Prophet and the whatever it is DLC. Prophet and the Warlock, I think. Anyway, long story short, they got big bombs, and they're not afraid to use them, and they wreck. They absolutely wreck. The first time I fired one of those, I took out half an army. They're almost a little OP, actually, right now. Almost a little OP. Playing Bard's Tale 1, and I assumed you meant bards, not birds. Otherwise, Bird Brains will kick down the door and ask why you're playing a game about birds. But I assume Bard's Tale 1. Wow, you are going back in time, Hawk. Back in time. I'm pretty sure I played that, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, what do we have to do here? We should probably play some Total War Warhammer. Tyrannok, what do you think I want to build here? You want me to build a slave market? Yeah, I'm not opposed to that. That's fine. And what are you building right now? Oh, the Palace of Tiranoc. That will be nice. This, Julian, is Total War Warhammer 2. This is the Mortal Empires version of Total War Warhammer 2. And I'm just gonna start saying Total War Warhammer, because it's a very long title, and they're very, very fussy about how, because they're different licenses. So Warhammer is a different license from Total War. So I know if you watch like the really big YouTubers, they are actually kind of required to say Total War Warhammer 2 because there's different licenses. Anyway, long story short, Mortal Empires is kind of like a sandbox version of Total War. And then there's the Eye of the Vortex, which is a little more focused campaign. So I've got that building on. They did a remastered version of all 3 games. Oh, okay, gotcha, Hawk. Okay, I thought you were playing like the OG version. Gotcha, you're playing the remastered version. No, got it. So you, Yastra, you're healed up and you're guarding Tor Anrock because Lothern just won't go away, and that might be kind of what we focus on today. Is just clearing out Lothern because we own most of Ulthuan. The vampires have a little bit of the coastline here. They've got a couple of minor settlements, and they hold all the gates. We have yet to be able to crack one of these gates. Hey, Bobcat, welcome. We have yet to be able to crack the nut of these gates. We keep trying. They keep chasing us off. Those gates are no joke. They are very, very well defended. And that is going to be a great thing for 3 different armies to do once Koval gets healed up a little bit. So, we got to take Gaean Vale too. Yeah, because that'll complete the set. And I do like having a matching set. Gaean Vale is a level 5 city with walls, and probably... Actually, their garrison is garbage. Well, it's not garbage. It's actually a very good garrison, but it's a very, very tiny garrison. Jess is here! Awesome! Really hoping that Surviving Mars stays on sale until after I get paid. Surviving Mars is excellent. Oh, a thing happened! Yay! Thank you! Thank you so much. Oh, we're so close now. We're so very, very close. Thank you, Jess. And actually, thank you, Jess, for reminding me to like my own stream. Thank you, Thomas. I really appreciate that. We are so very close to my goal. It's a little spooky and scary right now. Okay, yes, I remember to like my own stream, so thank you, Jess, for reminding me of that. YouTube won't let you like it again, Bobcat. Well, try harder. Try harder. I watch it on 2 different things, so I have 2 different accounts, so I automatically get 2 likes for myself. Back when I first started, if you saw 2 views, they were both me. Kind of sad, but true. So thank you, Thomas. I appreciate that. Right, Gaean Vale. Good garrison, but small garrison. And I've got 3 armies parked over here. In fact, we don't need 3. We can get Marathi on the move right now. And let's get Nightshade. Nightshade's not as skilled up. She's not as high level. She's only level 8. But did I remember to like my stream last week? Maybe. I can give you a loose maybe on that, Jess. A loose maybe. P.S. Those are some awesome videos from the Star Wars Celebration. I'm just getting caught up on them as I'm watching along. But your reaction to the trailer was really, really cool. And wow, what a trailer. I did not watch the trailer until after I watched you watch it, and then like, I should probably go watch the trailer. It was very good. So yes, if you want all the info on the most recent Star Wars Celebration, head over to the Star Wars Refuge and check it out. Feel free to drop a link if you want to, Jess. You're basically in charge of everything, so it's no problem for you to do that. All right, Gaean Vale. Oh, somebody has skill points. What do you want me to skill up? Oh, Marathi. What are you now? You're level 23, Marathi. You're no slouch. Do you have any high-level spells that I don't have yet? Spiteful Conjuration? It's okay. Soul Stealer? Meh, it's a direct damage. Very short range, only 100 meters on that. Oh, hang on just a sec. Just there we go. Boom, done. You don't have to thank me. You do so much for this channel. You support this channel so hugely. You got, as I've said, you basically have carte blanche here. You get to do pretty much whatever you want, so long as it's technically legal. Smoke and Mirrors, meh. I think I'm pretty good on your spells. I don't think we need any more spells. What's the second rank of Pit of Shades do? Lower cooldown, lower cost. That's all pretty good, actually, but let's just keep Quartermaster, Fleeting Shadow, Not bad. -3 attrition. That actually might be handy not now, but in the future. I will make it legal. With the quick Star Wars reference. Well done, Jess. Well done. I would expect no less from you. I would expect no less, but yes, I will make it legal. Elven healing. Yeah, we're not going to run into attrition right now, but I do have some ideas for what we're going to do in the future, so less attrition would not be a bad thing. I think we're going to take that. And who else is skilled up here? Oh, Helenor. I really don't use you very much, Helenor. You keep getting higher and higher level, and I'm not entirely sure why. I'm not that keen on you, even though you do have a Cauldron of Blood, which is the best name for any vehicle I've ever heard. I may rename my car that. The Cauldron of Blood. Let's just keep you a little better at assassinating people, because Sabioth continually gets wounded. Who else is... Oh, I got everybody's skilling up here. Everyone's got to skill up. Koval. Now, you I'm keen on. I like you, Koval. You're low level, but you're an alright guy. Ooh, how about we just keep beefing up your armies? No, let's get you a little beefier. Yes, I did see that, Jess. I saw, I can never pronounce his last name. McDarmid? I genuinely don't know how to pronounce his last name. Was on stage, yes. Roll it again and then disappeared. Nice. Nice. That was a very interesting part of the trailer, that little laugh at the end. I'm very keen to see what the heck they're doing it. Julian will be right back. Awesome. We will look forward to that. Thank you, Julian. Devastating. Yeah, let's actually get you a little beefier, Koval. Let's improve you a little bit. And then just chill there, because you need to heal up in a pretty bad way. Who has not been moved? Oh, Sabioth is back. Okay, Sabioth is here. Great. Can you assassinate this guy on the Eagle? No. Oh, as I have no money. Okay, that's fair. Sabioth needs to get paid for these things. No, that's fair, Sabioth. I appreciate that. Who hasn't been moved? Oh, yeah, he's not moving. Kagarosh is not moving because we're doing a thing, but you can go into your channeling stance, which will... You don't need the replenishment, but you may as well just park yourself there. Dat flip, though, indeed. I'm very curious, Jess. I mean, I know we're both curious. We're all curious. A lot of Star Wars fans are curious. But I'm of two minds of bringing back Palpatine. Palpatine went away. And I know, I haven't read them, but I know there's canon books where he kind of does come back and he does clones and all that sort of thing. But we shall see. We shall see. I shall certainly be there checking it out. I am very keen to see what they're going to do with him. You are... Oh, you're going to try and do a thing to me. Okay. You did assault units. I don't really appreciate that. Tenku, welcome! Welcome! And you are... Oh, they got agents everywhere. Everywhere. I really need Sabioth to get on board with, assassinating them. That's literally his job. He's an assassin. It's what you do, man. You keep saying keen and I keep getting confused. Yeah, sorry. It's going to keep happening. It's a word I just sort of have on deck at all times. There's lots of them. Especially, and you know it too, Jess, or anyone who does this with any degree of regularity. You kind of get these phrases and you just sort of keep them on deck to pull out at a moment's notice. Oh, the Blessed Dread. Yeah, I was kind of keeping an eye on them because I'm not 100% sure we may have to go to war with them at some point. I don't actively want to, but they've got some really good territory down in Lustria that would enable us to kind of pen in Hexaudal. Because I don't like the lizard people. They're a pain in the neck to fight because they won't die. They just are complete and utter pure tanks. They will not go away. And that's not so good when you're a Dark Elf. Dark Elves kind of want to get in and out. They're good with a lot of stuff, but they want to get in and out. They're not great with prolonged battles, and that's... what type of strategic game is this? Well, you got a couple of things going on here, Tenko. You've got a campaign, not completely unlike something, say, like a Civilization or a Risk, where you're kind of taking over the world. Long story short, you're kind of taking over the world. But unlike Civilization, you're not founding new cities. You're going to war and taking other people's cities. So you've got that side of it, and then you've got a real-time strategy of individual battles, which we probably won't see immediately, what we're probably going to see in the reasonably near future. So you're going to take your armies out onto a battlefield, you're going to fight the other army, and hopefully you kill them all and win. The other side of that is you don't kill them all and you lose. That's basically how war works, as I'm led to understand it. So you got a little bit of campaign plus real-time strategy, Tenku. I'm going to say it's probably in my top 3 favorite games at this point. I never thought I was going to play this. Never, ever, ever did I say. I looked at Total War, any of the games in the franchise, said, no, that's not the right game for me. I'm not good at real-time stuff. It's not my skill set. And then I watched Many a True Nerd play exactly this, play Total War Warhammer 2, and I just got sucked in. And I thought, I got to give it a try, and I've been hooked ever since. I've absolutely been hooked. XCOM is the opposite. The base is more like RTS and the battles are turn-based, exactly. And, of course, we all know my feelings about XCOM, which are huge and magnanimous. I do love me some XCOM. But Total War has been kind of my little gaming addiction for the past few months. And not the least of which is that they constantly release DLC for it, and it's all good. It's all good DLC. Oh, dear. Yastra's having an issue. What is your issue, Yastra? Lords is arrogantly thought to erect a giant brass statue without obtaining my permission. Well, okay, as is usual with these little choose-your-own adventures, there's one good answer and the rest are terrible. Who? Actually, none of these are good. That's odd. None of these, there's downsides to each and every one of these. That's unusual. Okay, well, we don't want Yastra wounded. That's terrible. What's the upside? Yeah, that's not even a good upside. Charge bonus up and income up? That's not even a really good upside. Oh, topple the statue, public order down, and for how long? For 5 turns? I can probably eat that. I've got a lot of public order buildings around the area. And just to go back to Tenku's question, so specifically answering Tenku, within the campaign, you're also building up your cities. So you're adding buildings, you're building military infrastructure, you're building economic buildings, industrial buildings. So there's that side of it too. We'll see that in just a sec. I guess we'll topple the statue, and we're going to get a brass horn, which is what exactly? Is that obviously it's some sort of magic item. Plus 16 leadership, melee defense up. Fine. I can't take loyalty -3. That's terrible. It's not even worth the money. Alright, sorry Yastra, I'm kicking your statue down here. And we did a Life of Dread. We've researched some tech. Oh yeah, that's in there too, Tenku. We've got a tech tree we've got to go through. Brass Horn is what? Oh, it's an enchanted item. Okay, so it's not a weapon or armor. It's an enchanted item. That is fine. We'll probably give that right back to Yastra for, kicking his statue down. Sorry, Yastra. Are you over here, Yastra? No, that's Kagarosh. Okay, Velatroth. I do like Velatroth. One of my favorites, guys. Alright, Lord Not Moved. That's Marathi. That's fine. Wow, when he did assault units, he wasn't playing. He wrecked my units. How good is that guy at assaulting units? That was a little extreme. I guess we're going to have to park ourselves here, Marathi. Go into your channeling stance, please. We need you healing. You know what, though? You're not in friendly territory. Now you are. Now you're going to heal faster. And Nightshade, you're fine. Why don't you... You know what? Why don't you do a bit of raiding while you're here? May as well. Now, you are definitely in their territory. Yep, there's the border right there. You are definitely in their territory. Yeah, go ahead and do some raiding. We may as well make some money while you're sitting here. And how is Koval doing? Almost healed up. He'll need another turn. That's okay. Nightshade can stay right there. That's cool. Who else is not moved? Okay, Kagarosh ain't going anywhere, game. It's totally cool. Oh, this is a big turn. All right, we got research to do. What do we want to do now? Temple Training Grounds. Recruit rank up for units that I almost never use. What's your objective? Oh, that's a good question. I will show you. When we get out of the tech tree, Tenku, I'll show you what the objectives are. There is actually an end. There is game objectives for the Mortal Empires campaign. It basically boils down to kill everyone and take over the entire world, broken up into tiny little objectives. So the gist of it is kill everyone and take over the entire world. Now, it doesn't really need to be that. You can work with diplomacy. We have multiple allies on the planet right now who help us out and will go to war with us, etc., etc. But that's largely what Mortal Empires boils down to. In fact, truth be told, I have never technically finished a Mortal Empires campaign because it's forever. It's until you are the only thing left on the planet. Now, the Eye of the Vortex campaign, that's much more focused. There is specific goals, levels of goals that you need to meet, and then, I'm not going to spoil the story for you because the story is quite interesting, depending on what faction you're playing. But there is a much more focused campaign. It's not a fast game, but it's a faster game than Mortal Empires did. Mortal Empires, as I say, is pretty sandbox. You get to pretty much do whatever you want, which is really cool. I invade this place, I invade that place, I make allies with this person, or don't. Exotic Beast Hide Armor. I like anything that says armor up. In fact, I like... how much longer am I really going to have Dread Spears on the field, though? They're kind of low-tech. How about, armor's armor, though. At the end of the day, armor is armor. We do have more Black Ark Corsairs on the field. Yeah, let's get that. Let's get more armor for the Corsairs. Chaos Feet closing in on your territory. Oh, they're very well may have been, Hawk. Thank you. I don't actually check in on this game during the week. So when I close out the stream, I put this away for a week, and then I play, my own campaigns in my own time. I think you are entirely correct, Hawk. That now that you've said that, there was a Chaos fleet coming in, and it's Chaos, so they're probably coming from the north. I'm like 93% sure that Hawk is exactly right, and there is a Chaos fleet coming. Now, they'll hit the shore first, so they're going to deal with, who is that, Harganeth? Yeah, Harganeth. They'll deal with Harganeth and Lothern. They'll walk through Lothern. Lothern doesn't have a lot of strength left. So that we've got time to deal with that. We can probably wrap up what we're doing in the interior ring of Ulthuan before we need to, figure out what we do with that problem. And while I'm looking at it, speaking of building things inside our territory, Tower of Lisanne, what do you think I want to build here? Level 3 House of Exiles? Short answer, yes. Long answer, I don't want to spend $5,000 on that right now. I'm okay with not spending the $5,000 on that. Yeah, we're going to totally eat that public order issue on virtual... Ooh, maybe not. Well, it's only 5 turns. We'll be fine. Black Ark upgrade I am much more interested in, though. Now, what does that actually get? I almost never... Hey, Birdbrains, welcome! Welcome! You're late, Birdbrains. We're going to need a random fact very quickly if you're coming in the door this late. I'm kidding. What do we get with Black Arks? I almost never use Black Arks. So, minus 30 upkeep, great. Horde recruitment capacity, I like the sound of that. Growth up, Cane Slash, and those are the bombardments, so that's just an upgraded bombardment. And it's cheap, yeah, sure. I'll definitely take that. Hero not moved, please be Sabioth. It is Sabioth. Yay! Sabioth, can you deal with this guy, please? 74% chance. That's not even that great for you. You're usually up in the 80s or 90s. How far till you gain World Ruler? Well, let me finish. Oh, good. Sabioth did his job. Thank you. Very much appreciate that. Let me give you an idea on that, Tenku. So, this right here, where we are right now, this is Ulthuan. That's the name of this area. Oh, speaking of which, that's the Vortex. When you're doing the Eye of the Vortex campaign, that would be the Vortex right there. This is not really play into what we're doing now there. It's just there cosmetically. So this is Ulthuan. This is where the High Elves live. Your very traditional Tolkien-esque elves, although they're not actually that nice. Well, they weren't actually that nice in Tolkien's world either. We've pretty much wrecked them. Between us and the vampires and some other assorted smaller factions, they're on the ropes. Now we, the Dark Elves, we live over here. Well, we start over here anyway. So if you can see my little banners here, this is all the areas that we own. So whenever you see this little banner, that's a settlement that we own. Oh, there's pastures over there. I never knew that. That means nothing to me now. That means so much to me where I'm playing a Skaven campaign later. I did not know there was pastures up there. Okay, so again, whenever you see our little banner, which is sort of purple with a Pegasus on it, that's us. And then up here we've got some more Dark Elves. most of these people we're either very, very friendly with or they're our allies. Oh, you got one locked and loaded and waiting for the turn counter. Awesome. Yeah, so most of these people are also Dark Elves, so we're friendly with them or allied to them. So we've got a big chunk of this. We've got a big chunk of Ulthuan right here. Down here is Lustria. Oh, and P.S., as you can clearly see, this is kind of modeled after, you know, the actual Earth. So you got your North America, you've got your Central America, South America, Europe's over here, Africa's down here, just like you said. Ulthuan does not exist. I assume that's supposed to be like, you know, Atlantis or something silly like that. But yeah, that's, anyway, long story short, Lustria. This is where the lizard men live. They're tanks. We don't like them very much. And we've got some allies down here, too. We have not even poked our nose into Lustria at this point. We stop right about here where the Doomglades are. And then over here, we haven't even seen this yet. We haven't even gotten over here to even see it. But there's a ton of stuff over here. There's dwarves. There's men, like human men. There's the Tomb Kings, which are undead Egyptian pharaoh type people. There's all sorts of stuff here, Tenku. And by the way, P.S. Tenku, I love talking about Total War Warhammer 2. So asking questions, I will happily answer them all day long. All right, Birdbrains, you're almost ready. I think we are ready to hit the turn counter. In fact, the only thing, Tenku, with Total War Warhammer 2 is there's probably, I'm going to guess, 50 to 70 different factions. And when the turn counter hits, we have to wait for every single damn one of them to do something. So that can take a while. That's why Birdbrains gets the random facts ready for turn counters, because it's me just sitting here WASDing. We're not actually going to do things. So, Birdbrains, you're good to go. I am going to hit the turn counter. We will see what Birdbrains has for a random fact. And I'm going to take a sip of my water here. Who are you? You're a high elf. They got agents all over the place. But all the other high elves are gone, by the way, Tenku. They've all been eliminated at this point, to the best of my knowledge. I think it's only Lothern left, but Lothern are very quick to confederate. That's another thing you can do. You can confederate. So within your own racial structure, so high elf to high elf, they can confederate and form one nation. That's largely what Lothern did. Lothern are the high elves that we're trying to eliminate at this point, because I'm just sick and tired of looking at them. I want all of their territory. So we could possibly try and confederate with some other dark elves. We haven't had much luck with it because they are either not interested or they are, unfortunately, slightly more powerful than we are. Oh dear, the Skaven. Yeah, we're still technically at war with them. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Not Harganeth. I think that's Clarkarand is that banner. But anyway, they seem like they're dealing with you. Really sorry about starting a war with you. Won't happen again. Probably, maybe not. The Vampire Coast. I don't remember if you like us or not. I don't think you actively dislike us per se. But yeah, there's the whole vampiric corruption thing. Now, these vampires, we're good friends with them. We are super good friends with them. Random fact with Birdbrains. Operation Mount Hope 3 was a U.S. operation to capture a Russian Mi-24 Hind? Hind? What's a Hind? Which at the time had no rival. What is an Mi-24 Hind, Birdbrains? Can't remember any vampires disliking us. I don't think so. I think we're broadly, at bare minimum, on friendly terms with them. And the vampires that are here with us in Ulthuan, I think we're actually allied to them at this point. They love us a lot. And why shouldn't they? We did a great job of carving up Ulthuan. They're losing some territory at this point. Oh, it's a helicopter. Thank you. Thank you, Hawk and Art. It's a helicopter. Great. Okay. Got it. So, had no rival. So, a helicopter with no rival. Clarkarand, we don't really care about you, except we want you to continue to like us. And I could actually... Oh, okay, never mind. I was going to... Oh, yes, Servants of Chaos. Where are they? Where are they? Because I genuinely don't remember. They're up there. Okay. And they're heading for the coast. They're going to dock there. Well, much like Ulthuan, they're going to have a lot to go through before they're going to be a threat to us. Okay. What's the problem here? What's the problem? We can lose 3,000 gold to get a nice shiny dagger. Oh, that is plus 75% weapon damage. With poison attacks. And some sort of special ability. Wow, that's a really nice dagger. That's a super nice dagger. I kind of want that dagger. I can get the dagger this way, but Koval will be wounded. Well, that's obviously unacceptable. Or, hey, Squid Boss, welcome. M124 attack helicopter. Okay, cool. Oh, it's the one that's featured in Rambo 2. Okay. Well, okay, all right, fair enough then, Hawk. I did not know that. Well, now I do. That's kind of how knowledge works. I didn't know a thing, and now I do know a thing. Welcome, Squigbox. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I can take some XP for Koval and Loyalty +1. I think I'm basically okay with sacrificing 3,000 to get a really sweet dagger. Am I, though? Do I need that? It's... Oh, and the 75% weapon damage is an augment. I'd have to actively remember to trigger that. Otherwise, it's just plus 3%. Am I going to remember to trigger that? I'm taking it. You know what? $3,000. I'm taking the dagger. I'm totally taking the dagger. Somebody did a successful attack against us. We got a cool dagger. Raid the Skeggy. They're a little far away, game. I mean, they're not. That's not really true. We could do that, but I don't know if I'm going to hustle to do that for only 800 gold. If you want to raise that price, I might think about it. Now, who's going to get that nifty dagger? Who have I got kicking around over here? Not Nightshade. I need a combat person. Koval. Koval, I like you. What have you got now? You have the Ogre Blade. Okay, that's weapon strength up 8%, which is very good. And in fact, it's a downgrade to give you the dagger, but... poison attacks, and if I remember to trigger the effect, then we'll get 75% weapon strength up. Alright, Hawk, you're in charge of remembering to remind me to trigger that effect, because Lord knows I'm not going to. You know that. You absolutely know that. How's your loyalty? 10 out of 10. Good job, Koval. Lord not moved, I probably don't care. Let's just bring you a little bit down here. And... why were you... oh, because you can move in channeling. Right. Okay, go back to our friendly territory there. And Nightshade, you are raiding. That is fine. Let's just bring you down a little bit closer. If I baited this army out to meet us on the field, I'd be okay with that. The M124 was scary. It could carry up to 8 troops and perform CAS operations. Somebody tell me what a CAS operation is, please. At the time, the US Huey couldn't carry much weapons. Have to go help clean for the holiday. Yeah, I know. Everyone's doing stuff for the holidays. Thank you so much, Jess. I really appreciate you checking in. As always, you know that. You know that. But yeah, that's right. Yeah, it is holiday tomorrow. Mrs. Dave is downstairs making cookies for it, which I'm very excited about because it's possible that not all the cookies will make it to the family gathering, because that's how cookies work in our house. Hero not moved. Is that Sabioth? Now, Sabioth, you're going to be exhausted now. Close air support. Thank you, Bobcat. Appreciate that. Close air support. Could you maybe assault some units? I mean, they assaulted ours. Yeah, you're exhausted. You're exhausted. You've got a really low chance of doing that. How about the garrison? You want to take a stab at that? Yeah. We're just going to have to give you a turn to chill, Sabioth. That's okay. You did a good job. You got that one hero out of the way. Kagarash, you're just going to hang right there. Thank you very much. Who's got a skill point? Little Lillian. What have you done for me lately? Cry of War. Oh, causes fear. Causes fear, really? I like that. I like causing fear. It's a good thing to do if you're a dark elf. Well, it's a good thing to do in general. Unassigned skill point again. Nightshade. Nightshade. How are your spells looking, Nightshade? I could get you a horsey, but we're going to save up and have you ride a manticore. Because that's awesome. Maybe the dragon. I like the sound of the manticore more, actually. Well, we've got a long way to go before we're anywhere near that. It's level 18 minimum, and that's level 9. How about... what are your high-level spells like? What do I need to know about that? Oh, you get the one that you just summon a manticore. Right, okay. So we definitely want that. We've used that before, and that is a whole bunch of fun. Have a better amber spear. That'll be good. And I think that's everyone moved. Let's see who wants to build things. Oh, yeah, level 3 defenses for you. That'll get some walls put up at Torfinu. How's the old siege going on here, guys? How we doing over here? Third time I think we've tried to crack this nut. We'll see if we can get it this time. I'm just going to keep you guys parked there, right next to the Black Ark. Speaking of which, you can actually get that going on. Thank you. And what else do we need to be doing? Does anyone else need something built? I got about 2,600 left. If you want something, now is the time to ask. Why can I not? I probably can't afford your level 5 defenses. No, totally can't afford your level 5 defenses. What can I put here? Any money buildings I haven't put up yet? Because this place makes some money. It doesn't make no money. Income. Well, this is slave income, but, you know, income's income at the end of the day. The best thing about it is if you expect to be extracting troops under fire, you could load it with the weight of those troops in extra ammo, fire the ammo, and then pick up your troops. That is really smart. Way smarter people than me thought of that little trick. Yeah, that's fine, Arnheim. Build me a thing that I don't know yet. Okay, go ahead and build the slave pens. That's fine. We have a slave economy. We may as well be boosting it a little bit. I think that is everyone who's done the things they need it to do. At least one of the gates is taken. Who took it? Did Herr Ganoth finally get that, or was it one of the vampires? Because that's Lothern. Oh, no, that's Lothern. 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 No, Lothern still holds all the gates. One more time. Lothern, 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 Lothern. Yeah, Lothern's still got all the gates, Hawk. They're still holding every one of them. Vampires broke through some of the eastern gates. There are no eastern gates. If you're thinking of Torre Vries over here, that's actually not a gate. That's just a city on the other side of the wall there. Looks like a gate. You're correct. It absolutely looks like a gate, and it looks like it should be a gate. And it's a real pain in the neck. There are no eastern gates. All the gates are up in the north and then along the western ring here. So right now, Lothern's still got everything. But honestly, apart from a few minor settlements over here, that's about all they've got. They are really, once again, on the ropes, although they've made comebacks before. The operation consisted of 2 MH-47 Chinooks and a C-7 Galaxy. On the 10th of June, 1988, the operation started. And what was I doing? Oh, we're just wrapping up this turn. Okay. Yeah, I don't want this Lothern army to get any bigger than it is. Barring another successful assault units, which I can't rule out. Although I think we took care of their agent. I don't think they have another agent nearby. Then I think we march on Gain Vale sort of nowish. Oh, that's uninhabitable climate, though. That's going to be a pain in the neck. That's going to be fussy, fussy, fussy. Public order -3. Construction up. Construction time up. Growth -7. Income down. Why is that? Why is that uninhabitable? I don't know, but apparently it is. Okay, so barring another successful assault units, and again, I don't think they have an agent nearby. Their other agent is down there in the south. I think we can march on Gain Vale. How are you doing over here, Koval? You're healed. Yeah, you're totally healed. How's the defenses looking over here? Well, none is the answer to that question. I mean, none apart from the very, very basic garrison. Huh. Do I want to do something about that before I go there? Who's got the smallest army? Nightshade does. Nope, I'm wrong. Actually, Koval does, technically. Koval, you might want to hang out there. Okay, let's pose a new question, Dark Elves. Who's got a better army? The C5 landed at the... Oh, I'm going to have a hard time with that one. Njamena International Airport, thanks to the approval of Chad. And C5 held the 2 Chinooks and 75 troops. And I'm assuming you mean the country Chad, not just some guy named Chad who worked at the airport. Or maybe there's a guy named Chad who works at the Chad airport. That would be even funnier. Chad from Chad. So yes, 2 Chinooks and 75 troops. Well, you can hold a lot of troops in those things. And take the ammo on the way with you, apparently, according to Bobcat. Right, who's got the better army? Marathi obviously has War Hydra, which is great. Not, actually, the rest of, well, you're kind of a mixed bag, Marathi. You've got some really good frontline troops with the Black Guard, and then you've got some not-so-great troops with the Dread Spears. And you've only got the one monster. Now, Nightshade, you've got pretty much all sort of the same thing, but your front line is beefier. In fact, your front line is a lot beefier. Corsairs, and we just bumped up their armor. Yeah, Harganeth Executioners, those guys are fantastic. Yeah, you're stronger, yep. And Koval, you have a good army. You've got some real nice Dark Riders here, and they've got some experience on them, too. They're no slouches. You are mostly missile-based, though, and cavalry. Mostly missile and cavalry. Your front line is not a heck of a lot of anything. In fact, is there anything I can buy you? Oh, wow, I have no military chain buildings here? Are you kidding me? Not one at all. Okay. There's a guy called Chad, working at Chad, but he's sacked for talking. He was too Chad. Too chatty. I see what you did there. I see what you did there, Art. Art, you had to love Lordy the Flies. I was thinking specifically of you. And Thosseros, too, when I came up with that one. That one just made me smile. I said, I bet I can think of at least a couple of people who are going to get a kick out of that title. I liked that one. Alright, so at the end of the day, Nightshade's definitely going in. And then it doesn't really matter who else we take, Koval or Marathi. We may as well take Koval, if only because he's healed up. And Marathi, you can get out of that stance, and you can just go back to Torsauriar here, or however it may be pronounced. They were to capture the M125, the export variant of the MI-24, given to Libya by the Russians. The MI-25 had been abandoned because of the Libyan retreat. Okay, I will wait for the next part of that, and we will end this turn. I think we're good to end this turn right now. And who's going to do some things? Oh, Lothar. Oh, that's just an agent. Okay, just an agent who is... What are you doing to Lothar? Oh, you steal technology. That's fine. That's the least offensive thing you can do. It doesn't really hurt me that much in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, there's Hexodal again. I don't like them. I do like the new Lizard Lord and the new DLC. It completely changes the way you play Lizardmen, but not a fan of them if I have to go to war with them. That's a bad thing. And what are you up to? Because you should probably hang out there, because, you know, there's a Chaos Army, and you're probably going to be their first target. We'll have to keep an eye on the north there. I know my northern settlements are as defended as they can humanly be without an army. So everything's got walls, everything's got the best garrison it can possibly have for the level of the settlement, but we might have to keep an eye on that. Might have to move one of our armies over there. Even though I can afford it, I don't really want to start another army if we can help it. That just seems excessively wasteful. We've got several good armies kicking around. We don't need to make another one, as fun as that is. But as fun as that is, it's just another loyalty issue, because whatever army I have, probably just going to get parked somewhere. So may as well start with someone with high loyalty, knowing that it's going to dip a little. Yeah, there's the Blessed Dread again. I'm kind of having thoughts about them. Not big thoughts. I don't think we're going to go down there and poke that bear. But just thinking. I'm really kind of wondering what the next step is after we wrap up Lothar. Because we could go down to Lustria. Pretty much all of Lustria is not uninhabitable climate, but unhospitable climate. So we'd have a hard time building things down there and getting some settlements going, but it's a thought. Otherwise, we could just bang out east and go pick on some men for a while. I'm not opposed to that. That land will be largely inhospitable too, but one way or another, we'll learn to cope with it. It just makes everything slower when you're building things. That's the fussy part of it. You guys are doing what? I can actually speed this up just a tiny little bit. Oh, you're still Luther Harkon. Okay, you're the guy I was thinking of. That's fine. And by guy, I mean undead vampire pirate. So, that. Are you at war with the Blessed Dread? I can't see because we're not doing your turn right at this moment. The Chinooks started flying to the Hind once they reached their destination. They were to sling the Hind under one of the Chinooks and fly back to the galaxy. The galaxy? What galaxy? Like Star Wars galaxy? The helicopter was loaded and brought back to the States. Done. I think that's got to go down as the longest random fact with bird brains. It was more like a random essay with bird brains. And I'm not saying that as any sort of complaint. I'm just saying that was, I think, statistically, if we're just pulling pound for pound, numbers for numbers, that was your longest random fact. Oh, Velatroth, what's your problem? What's your problem? Okay, I can just... One of the options is just a flat XP for Velatroth. Why would I not want that? Well, I could get 10 grand, but I could lose loyalty with every single lord. No, that's a terrible idea. Yeah, I'll just take the bonus XP for Velatroth. And I gained a follower out of that, or leadership up 5. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, the C5 Galaxy. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I didn't quite get what you meant by Galaxy. And we gained another follower. Income from trade up. Capture and occupy the following settlement, the Phoenix Gate, of which you are going to give me a whopping 500 gold. A whopping 500 gold. I make 7,277 a turn, game. And this is your offer to take the Phoenix Gate. I kind of want it anyway. So that's fine. I don't know if I'll do it in that time frame. The USS William DePorter. Okay, good. I'm glad somebody's keeping track of these things. Recruit rank up for War Beast. Wow, all sorts of followers coming in. All good stuff. Sabioth, now that you're rested a little bit... Oh, they're trying to bang out another army in here. You jerks. Well, gotta put a stop to that. Assault units. Yeah, it's not a great chance. Oh, it's a Lariel again. Oh, she has been a thorn in our side since we hit the shore of Ulthuan. Absolute thorn in our side. And she's really high level. Okay, go see if you can assault her units, please. Failure. Okay, that's fine, Sabioth. You know what? We're bringing all the party gifts here. We're bringing everything to the party. Let's go. Let me check their garrison one more time. It's still small, but impressive. Very impressive. Well, the Great Eagles will fall out of the sky. They have an Eagle Claw bolt thrower and something that I can't see behind their banner. Noble, White Lions. It's a really strong garrison, but it's tiny, tiny, tiny. Like, what is up with this? But they have level 5 walls. Okay, you know what? We're bringing all the toys to the party here. Nightshade, you're going to lead the attack. Go ahead in and start putting this thing to siege. Actually, game's saying I have a decent shot with what I've got right now. Well, now I can get a much closer look at their garrison. Much closer look. Okay, so they've got Swordmasters of Hoith. Yes, those are beefy and tanky, and those are very good. Sisters of Avalorn, wreck. Absolutely destroy at range. Unbelievable. Lothern Seaguard is... I will step over a Lothern Seaguard at this point. You got a dragon. Okay. Yep. I kind of thought you did underneath the banner there. You've got a dragon. Now, last time, we took a dragon out before he even got an attack in on us. Those things will fall out of the sky if you hit them enough. So that is not the most threatening thing. And then your reinforcement is one dude. Just one guy. Is a level 2... One level 2 infantry unit is your backup. Okay. Okay, fair. Fair. I'm going to start building some siege equipment. In fact, really, the biggest threat to me just walking in the door right now is nothing to do with these guys. It's their towers. Level 5 towers will destroy us. Well, they probably won't destroy us, but by the time we get to the walls, the rest of them will destroy us. So you are in regular stance. Okay, that's cool. Why don't you come up and join this party? Why are you not moving? Oh, I just moved you. No, I can get you to here. I can totally get you to here. And now I can get you to here. There you go. Now you're reinforcements. Congratulations. And Marathi, you're also going to come down and join this party. Everybody's joining this party. Everybody. So, get you right to, oh, I don't know, say here. Well within reinforcement range. Okay. You know what, Gainvale? You're going down. Chances are I'm going to walk in the door. I just pulled up with 3 armies. So I think we're probably going to walk on the door, but we'll check on them the next round. I would love it, ideally, if they were stupid enough to come out to me. Because then I can just line up everybody and they'll be destroyed. But their level 5 walls are no joke. They're not a joke. So I prefer they came out to me, but I'm not ruling out just marching in and trying to take the place. Oh, Whitefire Tor is ready for level 3. I will definitely take that. Thank you very much. And once the whole nonsense with Tor Elir is done, which, by the way, will be in a little bit of time. A little bit of time. What is your... Ah, you're also level 5. No wonder I'm not walking in there. And you have pretty much the same garrison, and you only have the garrison. You only have the garrison. I think we could just walk into this. Not easily. Not easily. How many bolt throwers do I have? 4 total. Cool. Not a lot else, though. Okay, it's totally doable. It's 100% doable. I'm going to assume they have a dragon as well, because why wouldn't they? Oh, Silver Helms. Those are cavalry. Those aren't even going to get in the walls. Hey, Jess, welcome back. That was some very quick scrubbing. Did you know with Bobcat, the Mi-8 Hind Troop Transport is commonly exported by the USSR, like the AK-47. It became ubiquitous among countries aligned with the Warsaw Pact. I will wait for the second part of that. And in the meantime... Oh, you have a bunch of Lothern Sea Guards. I can walk through them. I think we're going to crack Tor Elrir. Yeah, we should have plenty of siege equipment set up at this point. I think this is what we're going to do. I just want to check a couple of things before we walk in there. Yastra, you're just kind of hanging out over here. That's fine. That's an acceptable thing for you to be doing. Maybe once these guys are done with Tor Ellir here, we can kind of combo up the Eagle Gate. Because just putting this place under siege, I only realized how smart it was to put this place under siege and just sit there, because they can't move their armies. Their armies cannot leave the city now. So Alariel, who is probably going to, create a brand new army and come and harass me again, is not going to be able to do that. Because you can't go anywhere. And I know where you are now. Now, you could pull another lord out somewhere. Actually, can you? Yeah, because you have other minor settlements up there. You could definitely pull another lord out. Evershale, what do you think I want to build here? Please say something neat. Yeah, some walls would be good, or at least some defenses. What is this? City tunnels. Oh! Check it! This won't mean anything to anyone who hasn't played the new DLC. So, on the other side of things... Okay, so this is going to take a little bit of explaining. Hang on. There's a Star Wars fact with Jess. Everyone stop. Parade music from the end of The Phantom Menace is a faster beat and key change version of the Emperor's Throne Room music. I kind of thought it was. I kind of thought it sounded familiar. I thought they were just kind of doing a vaguely similar music. I didn't know it was the exact same thing, just faster and a key change. That's interesting. That is a good Star Wars fact. Another fact on the Mi-8, but I'm saving it for later, okay? Meant the Mi-24, but still cool indeed it is. So, this is not going to mean anything to anyone who either A, isn't really into Total War Warhammer 2, or B, doesn't have the new DLC. But the Skaven, not only do they have a nuclear weapons program now, but now they also live underneath your cities and do horrible, horrible things to them. Or, if you're the Skaven, really awesome things. And now, this has been added, so now I could try and detect a Skaven undercity, if there was one, and that makes me ask, is there one? Because, I mean, there isn't. I don't think there is. But now, any campaign I do, there might be a Skaven Undercity? Oh, God damn it, Creative Assembly. You completely had changed the way I play this now. Desmond Weird, welcome, Skaven. Welcome. Welcome. It's really creepy when you think about how the people of Naboo are celebrating freedom to that music, I know. Well, also somewhat telling, really. Or, I don't know, prescient, maybe? I'm not even sure that's an actual word, but, considering that Palpatine is standing right there while that's going on, I think you're the brother of many a true nerd. Oh, God. I only wish. I only wish I were. Actually, I don't. I don't. I'm very happy being the person that I am. But, if we're going to be... purely honest about it, yeah, watching Many a True Nerd was when I said, hey, I think I'd like to try and do that. That seems really kind of fun. And indeed it is. It's a lot of fun. So now, and I'm sorry, I'm not really playing the campaign we're on right now because this is brand new, that this is even here, the City Tunnel Patrol thing. Now I have to be aware that there might actually be a Skaven undercity above or under my city. You know, that's how under works. Okay. Dang. That just completely changed the way you play Total War Warhammer 2. Thanks, Creative Assembly. And I genuinely mean that. Thank you. You are always keeping this game fresh. And more like Emperor Boopadine. Indeed. Indeed. So, Evershale, yeah, definitely build some defenses, but now I'm concerned there's a Skaven Undercity under Evershale. And P.S., if they let it sit there long enough, there will be a nuclear bomb that will go off in Evershale and destroy it. Okay. I think Lord Not Moved, whom exactly? Yeah, we're not moving Kagarosh. He's actually got a job to do very, very soon. Velatroth. Velatroth. What would you like to do? We've been beefing up your army. That is good. Would you like to ride... No, we're saving up for the dragon. I was going to say, would you like to ride a dinosaur? We're definitely saving up for the dragon with you. Sure. You know what? Why don't you just be better at hitting people in the face with a pointy thing? Okay, I'm going to end this turn, and then we are very likely going to walk into Tor Elier after this. So do that for me. Bombs are easy to discover as a normal person. Oh, have you played this? Have you played the new DLC? More than I have? Which probably yes, because I don't get too much chance to play. But I've gone through a good chunk of the new Skaven. Played for several hours as the new Skaven Lord. And maybe about an hour or so as the new Lizard Lord. I wish I was more into the Lizard Men, but they're just kind of meh for me. I mean, it's totally. Oh, you just asked John about it. Gotcha. All right, cool. I mean, they're fantastic tanks. The Lizard Men are an insane force, but I don't have like a lot of emotion for them. Like the Skaven are just so horribly awful and funny and great, and they have a nuclear weapons program now. And the elves are the elves, very classic Total War, and the dark elves are kind of your opposites of the high elves, but still very classic Total War. You play them very similar to the way you play high elves, and every other faction is great. I've just never really gotten into the Lizard Men. I wish I was more into Lizard Men. You're right. And that will... you know what, Jess? That's not even the weirdest thing I've said today. It's not even the weirdest thing I've said today. If you'd heard what I'd said at work, that would be very tame. Smash, welcome. That's a bit G. How about Vampire Time? Yeah, I like the pirate vampires, the Vampire Coast. They are a very unique way of playing the game, and you see playing the Vampire Coast that they kind of brought that into the new Skaven Lord, with you're not really taking over a city, you're kind of setting up a secret thing in the city, so they obviously borrowed that from the Vampire Lords. The regular old Vampire Counts, I would love them, I would absolutely love them, except they have no range. They have no missile infantry. And I can't work without missile infantry, it makes me mental. That's how I play the game. I want something to be dead before it even gets near me. And then, yeah, exactly, set a base up and then you go along with your day. And the new Skaven are very much like that. The new Skaven Lord is very much like that. It's like, yeah, we have a city under your city, so, bye. And if we're very lucky, you'll never even find it. And there are things you can really mitigate the success of them finding it pretty well. So yeah, it's a very similar tactic of set a thing up, walk away, and reap the rewards. During the Vietnam War, American helicopter crews used to duct tape to repair rotors in the field. Duct tape works with everything. That's not even that surprising. I actually probably would have called that. If you had said, what would they use in the field to repair something? Duct tape's probably pretty good. Duct tape works for virtually everything. There's nothing wrong with duct tape. Or super glue or anything along those lines. Or WD-40. Basically, between WD-40 and duct tape, you can survive the zombie apocalypse. That's pretty much all you need right there. Star Tower, what are you up to? Who owns the Star Tower now? Who owns all of that? No, stay there. Stay. I couldn't quite get it. I think that's one of the vampire factions. Okay. Who's got a problem now? What's going on in Gainvale? He is mine, loyalty -3. Well, that's no, just no. See, I love these little choose your own adventures, but they're very poorly planned because there's almost never a solid choice. This is a terrible option. Loyalty -3 and a meh magic item, or 750 XP, a whole chunk of money, and loyalty +2. Why would I ever turn that down, game? My dad has told me many times that in a submarine fixed with duct tape, I have no doubt of that. No doubt at all. Lots of things are... Oh, what is your problem now? Why are you having constant issues over here? Well, 1,500 for Nightshade and loyalty +2. Thank you very much. Not... Oh, what now? Velotroth, what is your problem? What is your problem? Dreadlords and other figures of importance are summoned to the court. Issue new decrees. Well, I could just go ahead and take the bonus XP. What's reward the loyal lord? All lords have a chance to gain +1 loyalty. Yeah, give me that. What are my other options? No, that's terrible. Losing loyalty, losing loyalty, losing loyalty. No, I will take the one where we gain loyalty. Thank you very much. Gain loyalty. Thank you. If you can't fix it with duct tape, you order a new one. True dat. True dat. And if you can't move it, and it can't be moved with WD-40, you should just leave it alone. It doesn't need to be moved at that point. Okay, I think we're going to try and march into Tor Elier here. We've got 2 decent armies. We're backed up by the Black Ark. We can do so. Oh, those bombardments will really come in handy in a siege battle. Let's go fight a battle. Oh, actually, apparently it's a complete walkover. Huh. I kind of want to fight it anyway. I want to fight it anyway because I want to play with the Black Ark more. I want to play... I want to do more with Black Arks, and I never do. I've only really used them maybe once in a campaign where I got into it a little bit more. Crayon melted in a brick wall does need to move. Not necessarily, Desmond. Not necessarily. And if you're beyond the duct tape and WD-40, what I learned in my time, doing, contracting kind of things, is there is no problem on the world, on the planet, that cannot be solved with a hammer drill. A hammer drill solves every single problem. You get me to some sort of Geneva Peace Convention thing, you put me in a Middle East Peace Convention, you bring me to the United Nations with a hammer drill, I will solve all the world's problems right there. All the world's problems can be solved with a hammer drill. Those things are awesome. I wish Bosch made better ones now. They used to make really awesome ones. Now their quality is really down and they don't last as long. It used to be, if you wanted something to wreck something, you went to Bosch. Now their quality's a little down. Anyway, that's a little bit of a contracting rant that has nothing to do with us storming the city. Wow. Really, really tiny walls. And where are my reinforcements coming from? Over there. Okay, fair. I believe we will gamble. That is a little bit low. If it moves, it's not supposed to use duct tape. If it doesn't move and it's supposed to use WD-40, yeah, the great engineers rule. Okay, gambling never pays, kids. We actually lost magic there. Neat. Right. Okay, so all of you guys, just for right now, move out of the way so I can see what's going on. Okay. Well, those towers aren't going to be able to do squat to me because they're in the wrong place. So let's line up all of our siege equipment here. Did I get a battering ram? I probably did. I always do. Just where is it? Who's got the battering ram today? Did I actually not get a battering ram? That was dumb of me. Okay, that's fine. Let's put that right there, and let's put that right there. Those two will nicely cover the whole city. I know it is, Hawk. I absolutely know it is. And I'm gonna... Look, if you're in the contracting world, again, if you want to break something, you go buy a Bosch tool. That's what they do. But I have, in the past, 5-ish years, their quality has gone down a little bit. Which is unfortunate to say, but it's true. I don't know the reason for that, and I don't largely care, because I'm not in that world anymore. Frankly, if it doesn't concern fry oil, it's not my problem. But it is unfortunate. Their quality did kind of go down a little bit. I want all of my dark shards to be in a nice line. Sort of, well, actually not there. There-ish. because you guys are going to go up and shoot everything that moves. You, right, I've got a flyer. I've got a flyer. You can live over there. Cavalry is going to be useless right now, so you can live way back here. And War Hydra, guess who's going to knock the gate down, War Hydra? Friel concerns you for reasons. It concerns me too. It's very hot, and I already have one burn on my finger from it. Let me tell you something. Fry oil is super hot, and sometimes it spatters at you, particularly when you're deep frying Brussels sprouts. I know this personally now. I didn't even know people should be deep frying Brussels sprouts, but apparently that's a thing people enjoy. Okay. I think start the battle and immediately pause. Now, you guys, to here, and move all of our siege, come on, siege engines over. Thank you. You to there, you to there. Perfect. War Hydra, go start charging the gate. You guys are going to get in a big old line. You'll be picked apart. You're going to absolutely take a fair bit of damage doing this, but you'll get some stuff done while you're there. Now, what am I going to do with my flyer? Deep fry can only improve sprouts. Welcome, Andy, first of all. Yeah, so it's deep fried Brussels sprouts with some herbs and blue cheese and a vinegar dressing, I guess you'd call it, all mixed in together. It actually does look very good, and I don't dislike Brussels sprouts, so I just make them, though. I don't eat them. That's kind of not my job. All right, what am I going to do with my flyer? What value can you contribute here? You could get over and start picking off those silver helms once all of their people are distracted. That's going to be a decent plan. So start moving over there. And Velatroth, you can actually just start climbing the walls. You'll be fine. You'll be totally fine. Now, Sarah, do you have... What is your mount? Oh, yeah, you're up in the air. You're fine. Okay. So you can cast some spells at some point. Great. Start the battle. Off we go. Yeah, it does look really good. I haven't had a chance to sample it myself. And it's a good portion, too. So, actually, you know, if you're ever down in the area, come by. All right, everyone's doing things. That's good. Now, are they all comfortably distracted? I feel they are. All of my reinforcements are coming in, which is super. My flyer's off over here. And I think they're comfortably distracted enough that we can start picking at their cavalry. And what reinforcements do I actually need up here? Because probably not a lot. I will stop having the little plus sign. I will take both of these guys. If you guys are coming from there, why don't you just sort of focus here? Oh, and also you be on your infantry shooty thing, your anti-infantry. Everyone else can just start climbing walls. Don't even really care that much. I think this will be just fine. But let's get some of the Corsairs in here, and then we'll look at what we could possibly do about a bit of a bombardment. Because slime, I have no idea what that is. I would have to translate that. I will happily do that in 1 second. Hang on. What do you do for a living here? Translate to English. There we go. Okay, apparently it... Alright, don't know. Oh, there we go. Hi. That's... Okay. Way easier. Way easier. Yes, hi to you. Welcome, Because Slime. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry, I had to just pause there so I could translate that. You are very, very welcome. Okay, you guys are all doing things. Hang on, hang on. Everybody pause for just a sec, because all my reinforcements are here, and there's a lot going on. We've got another Charybdis. Ah, sure. Just go start working on the gate with the second Charybdis. And a War Hydra, because why not? Now, who would like to, I don't know, bombard something, maybe? There we go. There's my bombardments. Can I do that on a wall? How about, good against artillery, good against a single unit, good against multiple units. Oh, I can do it on a wall. Oh, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Valid target's ground. Okay, that's fine. You know what? Bombard their cavalry, then. That's fine. It's on a cooldown. I can do it again. So go ahead and do that. And you know what? I got the Black Arc. May as well be using it. Bombard their lord. I think I picked the one for single unit, but I might not have. Oh, hang on, hang on. We're all here at the wall. Hang on, hang on. The wall is happening. Alright, everybody go murder something, please. Why do I have bolt fiends up here? I don't know, but shoot something. It's all going on now. It's all happening now here. Oh, you're Belarus. Oh, okay, cool. Cool, right on. There's so many different names. So many viewers have so many different names, I don't always know who's who. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing against the cavalry there? Yeah, they've pretty much given up after that bombardment. That's fine. Totally fine. Oh, here's some more cavalry I can pick on. This is better against artillery, but you know what? It'll get the job done. Why don't you guys shoot them? And you can actually, you're going to be, your spears, you're good against cavalry. Go ahead down and charge them. Sorry, I have a very big cough coming up. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. And who else needs something to do? Why don't you kill these guys? Oh, I think there's a lord up there. Oh, no, it's just Great Axe. Great Axe infantry. We can probably, there's a lord. Yeah, we can probably deal with them. That's going to be fine. Phone just imploded after YouTube tried to notify me that I was streaming. Notify you that I was streaming. Yes, I imagine it did. That's sort of a black hole event horizon kind of thing. Oh, the gates are open. Yay, the monsters are here. Hi, I've brought monsters for everyone. Here, have a Hydra. Hydra, get in the door. And go charge those cavalry. They're not going to like that one bit. And where are all the other monsters, please? All the other monsters. I need all the monsters to the front of the house, please. Front of the house, please. You don't really understand English? That's okay. That's totally fine. You're not required to. You're absolutely not required to, and you're welcome nonetheless. You are very welcome nonetheless. I would happily sit and type it to you in chat, but, war. So, and then you could translate it. It would be the point of that. You could translate it. I would love to accommodate that, but we're killing all the elves in the world. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is just a beautiful thing to watch. This is just great. Sometimes I just sit and let the battles run down. I just like watching the slaughter. That sounds bad, but you know what? It's a game. It's what games are for. Oh, yeah, they're all done. And I don't really have to kill them 100% to death because, it's a city battle, and they're all going to go away now. All right, end the battle. My lord is under attack. That's totally fine. End that battle with a very decisive victory. I agree, game. That was a decisive victory. I think that's the thing I was going to do when I ended it last week. We were going to hit that city. Well, now we've done it. As Just says, exactly. We are glad you're here, and you're very, very welcome. Very welcome. So Velatroth, good job. Yeah, those dark spears took a bit of a hit, but they're low tech anyway. They're due to be replaced. Very decisive victory. We only lost 188 out of that. A decent chunk of money, not bad. Rank up for Velatroth, very welcome. And guess what? We now own this entire province. That'll be a big old hit on the public order, but a massive chunk of money. 12,000 for taking that city. Yes, please. Thank you. Huge pile of money. Thank you. Yep, we got that province. Oh, we got the Sword of the Antiheroes. That's a really good sword. Well, actually, we've got better now, but that is a really good sword. If you get that in early game, that's awesome. That's totally awesome. Oh, Delando translated into Russian. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Andy's here, Jess. Sorry, Andy is here. General, right through a translator. Awesome. Cool. Well, I hope you keep up or whatever. You're very welcome. Long story short, Belarus, you're very welcome. Hope it's at least entertaining for you. So yeah, Sword of the Antiheroes, that is good. What's Velatroth rocking right now? Chance to gain loyalty, great. All sorts of followers. Velatroth, what are you carrying right now? Sword of Might. That's just a basic weapon strength. That's very good. Sword of Antiheroes is magical attacks. And then I can trigger the Sword of Antiheroes, which I'll almost never remember to do, but it is a real good, and magical attacks just by itself are good. Yeah. You know what? You earned it, Velatroth. You earned it. Oh, you got 2 skill points, too. Dang, man. Oh, almost at that dragon. Another 3 levels. Velatroth gets a dragon to ride. We understand you just fine. Yes, I've got it on translate, Belarus. So everything you're typing to me is being translated. So I can understand you absolutely fine. Well, Google can understand you perfectly fine, and Google is telling me what you're saying. So you're good on my end. So you chat how, as much as you want, man. What do we want? 2 skill points. 2 skill. Well, let's just keep. Now that you got the Sword of Antiheroes, you may as well be using it. So why don't you have a charge bonus and defense or attack? How about attack? I gave you the sword. You may as well be using it for something. I'm sure plenty of people have skill points game. That was a good battle. You can have Nightshade. You can have Nightshade. Google Translate is a little fickle. Yeah, you're not wrong about that, Desmond. Not wrong at all. But it's working fine on my end. I can see everything that Belarus / Because Slime is saying. So I'm good on my end. So how many skill points did you get? Just the 1. Okay. Fair. How about... Again, are you the one who gets the Manticore? Yes, you are. So we want to keep your spells going up. Oh, your low-level spells are so not fun. Not at all. Oh, but you can have evasion. Oh, all right. You're ready for that. Great. Super. Excellent. Everybody's happy. Well, that sorceress is happy. And more skill points. Argyle. When did I hire you? You're level 4. Clearly, I just hired you. Okay. Well, just be better at everything, and then we'll work down the rest of the tree there. And Lord Not Moved whom? Koval's not going anywhere, game. You don't worry about Koval, game. I got Koval under control. Hang on, I will get to that random fact in 2 seconds, Bird Brains. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye, and as soon as I deal with Koval here, I will go ahead and check in on that. So, Koval, why don't you go into channeling? Because, then you can just sort of park yourself there. Okay, random fact with Bird Brains. The Bismarck was the battleship built for the Kriegsmarine, and I am sure Hawk is racing to his keyboard to correct me on that. Kriegsmarine? In 1936, in May 1941, it set sail along with the heavy cruiser, I can't see if that's Prinz or Pins, Eugen, to raid Allied shipping in the Atlantic. So, Hawk, is that Kriegsmarine? How would one pronounce that? Neither of those. Okay, cool. This is why I depend on Hawk. Okay, in text, Prinz Eugen. But what about the Kriegsmarine one? Tell me how to pronounce that. I rely on you for these things. It's you and Lionel who get me through this YouTube thing. Prinz Eugen. Okay, and is it Eugen or Eugen? I assume if it's German, it would probably be Gen. It would probably be a hard G. Germans don't do much with soft-sounding letters. I like that about them. We spell coffee with a K, and we like it that way. So yeah, help me out here, Hawk. I'm gonna just kind of look at that at a corner of my eye until you tell me how to pronounce those things, because that's pretty much what I rely on you for. Last try on Kriegsmarine was almost correct. I don't remember which one was my last try. So and Prinz Eugen was totally wrong. Okay. So in text, try to help me pronounce that. I don't actually remember what my last attempt on it was. I was just sort of spitting it out and not keeping track. You can definitely have a upgraded port. Just rolling the R. Prinz Eugen? And is it a hard G or a soft G? I assume it's a hard G. Or Kriegsmarine. I can roll my R's all day. Well, that's not true. I would probably get bored of it after time. But just not rolling the R. Oh, not rolling the R. Okay. Not rolling R. Okay. I didn't see the not out of the corner of my eye there. You can definitely have some more industry over here. Oh, yeah. P.S. Anyone who's new to this chat or lurking in this chat, this is Total War Warhammer 2 and learning German with Hawk. It's kind of a thing we've been doing ever since we did the Undead campaign, which largely takes place in, Europe. So there were a lot of German sounding or German themed cities. So yeah, it's Total War Warhammer 2 and learning German with Hawk. Americans always roll R's because we think you want us to, Hawk. We think you want us to. And I'm not kidding. We don't normally roll R's. There's no rolling R's in the American lexicon, I guess. But we think you Europeans do it all the time. So when we try to speak quote-unquote, air quotes, European, we roll our R's because we think you want us to. We're just trying to make you love us, Hawk. Hang on. The 2 ships were detected multiple times off Scandinavia, and British naval units were deployed to intersect their route. I know you don't want us to, Hawk, but we think you do. We think you do. When we think European, we think rolling R's for some reason. I don't know why. I didn't make this up. I'm not doing this as a bust or a goof. But I think Jess, back me up on this. Back me up on this. When we try to be European or pronounce European things, we all start rolling R's and doing weird things. Only a few Bavarians. Back me up on this one, Jess, or any other Andy, anyone, Bobcat. Back me up. When we want to pretend to be European, we start rolling things all the time. The Brits were dead set on sinking the Bismarck because it destroyed the Hood. The Hood? Is that another ship, I assume? I assume the name of the ship is the Hood, and not like, Compton Hood. Oh, Hood was the British battle flagship. Got it. So not Compton. Cool, right? We do things wrong. Rolling R's is just one of them. Oh, yeah, no, I mean, Andy, we do tons of things wrong, especially when we're trying to be Europeans. We did a good thing leaving the whole Great Britain thing and, British Empire, because we're terrible at being Europeans. We are rather famously gauche. Well done, Andy. We are. And you know what? People don't use that word enough when making fun of us. We just make a lot of weird noises and stand up straight. See, it's not me, Hawk. It's not me. We're just terrible at trying to be European. We're just awful at it. And Andy and Jess just completely confirmed that. We're just terrible. We're terrible at being Europe. Okay, Tor Elvira, I should play some Warhammer here. Oh yeah, we just took you over. We should repair all of these buildings in rapid succession. And then, what are you building here? Orchards? Yeah, you can keep building orchards. That's cool. Let's get your walls going back up. I kind of want to build this city tunnels thing now. We just mostly roll R's for European-speaking attempts. See? This is what I'm saying. It's not me, Hawk. We genuinely do this. I'm not kidding. We try to be European and we start making weird noises, like Jess says, and standing up straight. That's true. At the Battle of... Oh, wow, my eyes are... Sorry, I've been a long day at work, so my eyes are going a little bit. Let me get that one, Bird Brains. At the Battle of Denmark, and I hope that's Denmark. That's a good ways away. Straight, the battle cruiser HMS Hood engaged the Prinz... See, I'm gonna do it just to annoy Hawk now. The Prinz Eugen... While the HMS Prince of Wales engaged the Bismarck. I'm sorry, Hawk. At this point, I am busting on you. I'm just doing this to enrage you at your keyboard. Texans are the worst at that. They always sound as if they have a hot potato in their mouth. Funny thing about that, Hawk, they actually do. Most of them do. At any given moment, statistically, 73% of Texans have a hot potato in their mouth. I don't know why. It's just science. But it's just facts. So you're not wrong there, Hawk. Let's get your walls going beefier. That'll be a good thing to do. And then I got all sorts of things I can build down here. Let's build you some money. Money is always good. And let's build you... It's not going to hurt us to have some public order buildings down here. Bobcat backs me up on that. It's not us, Hawk. It's science. It's just studies have been done. 73% of Texans have a hot potato in their mouth at any given moment. Nobody knows why. It might be state law. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, states' rights, they can kind of do whatever they want within reason, so long as it doesn't violate federal law. And even if it does, they'll probably do it anyway because they're Texas. But yeah, it might be a state law. It might be some sort of requirement. But, I'm nowhere near Texas. I'm completely the other side of the map. Not completely the other side of the map for anyone who's checking geography, but I'm very far away from Texas. Just fries are delicious, and the rest of us would go to get 73% if we could. Yeah, it's true. I think Andy's got the science behind it. He's probably read the report. I only saw a headline in the newspaper. Andy's probably read the report. It was widely circulated in the U.S. It was very important at the time. I think 1997, 1998, that report came out. The Potato Texas report. But I could be wrong about the year. As I say, Andy's probably read it. I've only seen a headline. Lord Not Moved. That is whom... that's Koval. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna hang out here. I would love for them to come to me. That would be my ideal there. Now, how did the armies fare after getting through those walls? Kagarosh's army is mint condition right now. mint condition. Any state with legal pot violates federal law. Yeah, you're right, Jess. I kind of misrepresented state law there. So yeah, federally marijuana is still legal, but state by state, what would you say, Jess, Andy? Probably about 40 to 50% of the states right now it's legal. I might be over exaggerating that, but at least probably 30% of the states it's legal. Hot potato. Oh, it's a religious thing, Desmond. See, there you go. I should have read the report. It's a religious thing. Well, they do like their religion down there. They definitely do. So yeah, state law can mess with federal law, and two state laws can be different. The only reason I'm saying this is because this is a thing that Europeans don't get. So when Hawk decries us Americans, and we are terrible people, and then they wonder why things are so messed up, you guys don't deal with this. If you have a law, it's basically a law. But we can have a law here, and we can step over a line, and that law is different. And we're in the same country. It's just states' law really is a thing that Europeans don't deal with, and it's very hard. I found it, and I'm not saying it's hard for Hawk or any other person who's watching the chat. I'm saying it was hard for my European family to understand how states' law works, and the fact that things can be very different in 100 feet. And an imaginary line crosses that 100 feet. So, here in my state, marijuana is legal. You can step over a line, and you can now be taken to jail. It's not entirely correct. I know, Hawk, it's a broad generalization. Broad generalizations are totally my jam. But I know in talking with my Irish relatives, they had a very hard time understanding about state's law and how that really worked here, and how you can have a national law and a state law, and they can be two different things, even though the state is in the same country. Anyway, I should probably play some Total War here. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of blithering at this point. Lord Not Moved. Whom? Koval. Yeah, Koval's going to hang there. Koval's in his channeling stance. Another Lord Not Moved. Kagarash, you could move. You could go do a thing. Why don't you start moving towards actually, just go right into the Tower of Lisanne. That'll be fine. Our states have some different laws as well. Cool. Germany is also a federal republic. Okay. So that is, then you guys do get it. You guys definitely get that there. Tower of Lisanne. What do you think I want to build here? Okay. Now, well, I was going to say now I'll take the money to build that. No, actually what I'll do is get Lothern up to level 5. Thank you very much. Very much. That's going to make some money. But however, the Bismarck didn't get away scratch-free. It suffered a hole in its oil tank, which meant it had a giant oil slick trailing behind it, which gave it away. Yeah, no kidding. I imagine it would. I can imagine the pip-pip cheerio British aircraft folks going, yes, just follow the oil trail, chaps. I don't mind it so much. If Cali decided my state law, I'd be very upset. Depends which ones. California's, I think, again, and I think all the Americans here will back us up, California is like the weird hippie cousin to America. Like, we basically like them because they always do surprising, interesting things. It's never boring, but we're also like, can you guys just sort your stuff out, please? Yeah, New York's a little crazy like that. New York is basically the polar opposite to California. It's yeah, we're going to tell you exactly how big a soda you can have. Is a little extreme. Thankfully, with the way America is, somebody different will be in power, and then it'll all get changed back. And then 4 years later, or 2 years later, or 6 years later, depending on what office you're holding, somebody else will get in and change it all back to the way it was in the first place. California is the sane cousin of Florida. You're not completely wrong, Desmond. You're not completely wrong about that. Florida's a freak show, but I like Florida. I'm not sure why. I think it's just my kind of freak show. If you held a gun to my head and said you have to live in either California or Florida, I'm going to Florida. I'm totally going to Florida. Commandment available. Growth would be... Actually, I don't need growth at all here. It's already level 4. I don't need growth at all. It doesn't make a ton of money, so tax rate up is not going to be a huge benefit. Income from slaves, that's nice. I'm not really crazy about any of these. Just give me a better tax rate. That's fine, just give me a better tax rate. The Bismarck could have escaped, but a lucky hit from an airplane damaged the rudder, so the ship could only move in circles. Still trailing the oil spill? Wait, was that the oil spill one? Actually, I have to scroll up, make sure I'm getting my random facts correctly. Yes, I am. Okay, so running in circles and trailing an oil spill. It's starting to sound like a Scooby-Doo episode at this point. The Prinz Eugen, it might not have been enough rolling there, the Prinz Eugen had by that time set course for the North Atlantic. So the Bismarck was alone and the Brits moved in with a whole fleet. Brits are good on the water. They're so good on the water, they put it in their national anthem. The whole naval thing, they're awfully good at that. When they pull up a fleet, business is going to get done. Who's got some skill points kicking around? Sarah, you could have what? Are you ready for your Manticore yet? Yeah, you've already got it, actually. You've already got it. Okay, kind of running out of things to give you, Sarah, to be honest. What's scouting again? Magic item drop chance. Yeah, that's good. Let's get that up a little bit. If she hadn't taken the rudder hit, I think the Bismarck could have taken the fleet. It's a very lucky blow. Brit always lost much more in ships when engaging Germans. Hawk. Oh, Hawk. Not the Spanish, though, Hawk. We wrecked those guys. All right, I know. It was actually a storm that wrecked the Spanish Armada. Not so the Brits got lucky on that, but it's a darn good story nonetheless. 2 days while heading for occupied France, for repairs, the Bismarck was attacked by 16 fairy swordfish. Okay, I'm going to stop at 16 fairy swordfish because I need to know 16 fairy swordfish. First of all, fantastic band name. I would go see that band immediately. Hello, Chicago, we are 16 fairy swordfish. Also, somebody needs to tell me what 16 fairy swordfish is. From the aircraft carrier HMS Ark Royal, one scored a hit on its rudder, rendering it crippled. In the only sea battle of World War I, the Brits lost almost 3 times as many ships as the Germans. Yeah, you guys were pretty good at that. I'm not denying that. And somebody really needs to tell me what 16 fairy swordfish is. Actually, sorry, no, Sarah, I didn't mean to move you there. Go back, do what you were doing. Sorry, Sarah. Okay, sorry, I hit the wrong key there. Hero not moved. Sabioth. Well, unfortunately, you can't do anything over here. You, Sabioth, why don't you start coming over here, and we'll just have you repetitively assault the garrison. I think they were biplanes. Okay, Fairy Swordfish was a torpedo bomber, World War II era. So out of date in IRC. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and say 16 Fairy Swordfish is the most fun phrase I have said today. I've said weirder things, I've said stranger things, but 16 Fairy Swordfish is pretty awesome. And I'm keeping the 16, it just flows better. It totally flows better. Fairy was the manufacturer, and Swordfish was the model of plane. So somebody made an airplane company and made military airplanes, like airplanes that come to kill you. And so, like a group of people sat down and said, you know what the name of this company is? Fairy. Because when I think fairy, I think death from above. Is that the conversation? Is that how that happens? Just ate a crumb of burger and it went down my windpipe. Oh dear. Are you okay? Is this a cry for help? Does someone need to get Desmond an ambulance? It was indeed biplanes. Okay. Yeah, so there was a big committee meeting at the airplane manufacturer. We're going to make airplanes for the military. Now, biplanes indeed. A little early in the aeronautical history, the Air Force history. So I think, when I think terror from the sky, when I cover my head and run for an enclosed area, I think fairy. I don't know. I don't want to face swarms of pixies with bows and arrows. That's fairy death from above. Yeah, you're not wrong about that, Andy. Yeah, a good D&D campaign will tell you don't take pixies lightly. Okay, end that turn, think a unit of Tinkerbells. Heavily armed Tinkerbells with, like military helmets on. And instead of the green outfit, it's a camo outfit. Although, wouldn't really work in the sky. But nevertheless, a unit of Tinkerbells. Now I want Total War Warhammer 2 to feature a unit of Tinkerbells. Kind of surprised there isn't something like that already. I mean, there's plenty of flying units. But they're all, beefy and macho and not a unit of Tinkerbells. That would be great. The Victorians invented the idea of fairies were tiny little winged people. Yeah, I do actually know that now that you say that. Victorians were wicked into that and kind of dumbed them down or made them cutesy and childlike. A fairy could be a horse that can grab you with its skin and eat you alive and leave your liver on the surface of the water. That's an impressive order of operations. And there is some historians actually consider the 7 Years' War to be the First World War. Okay. I think that's fair. It's totally fair. Oh, is Andy out? Okay. Speaking of D&D, yes, that's right. It's time for your game. Yes, absolutely. Well, if you encounter a unit of pixies, Andy, run. Run for the skies. If it's 16 fairies, since they were fighting on 4 continents, yeah, I think that's valid, Hawk. I think that's totally valid. You could say that's a world war. Why wouldn't you? You got most of the continents. You have a quorum of continents there. So, yeah, I think that's a valid argument. No worries, Jess. I encourage lurking. You know that. I lurk on a lot of people's streams. I lurk on your stream. I was lurking on Curry's stream yesterday. Was that yesterday or this morning? I don't remember. Time is so malleable. I believe it was yesterday. I was lurking on Curry's stream. That was a fun stream. It's always a fun stream with Curry. You really never know what's going to come out of her mouth. Fairies can also just curse you because you touched their tummy. Well, I probably would not do that. That would not be my first response to fairies. If a fairy popped up in front of my microphone right now, first of all, it would probably be a bit of a jump scare. You guys would know about it. Secondly, you'd definitely know about it because I'd say, hey guys, a fairy just jumped up in front of my microphone. But I'm going to tell you, given the supernatural nature of that and the fact that it's never happened before, it would be very surprising. I'd have many, many questions. My first instinct is not going to be to touch its tummy. I don't even do that to my cat. And I know my cat. I don't instinctively reach. I kind of do it to Mrs. Dave. Okay, so Mrs. Dave, yes, I do immediately touch her tummy because it's fun, and I poke her belly button. But as a term of affection, my cat, no. Fairies, no. Anyone else I know, no. Strangers, definitely not. Police officers or anyone else with a degree of authority, no. Politicians, no. Except for that one guy. But, no, broadly, it's just Mrs. Dave. Broadly, it's just Mrs. Dave. Ask for tummy pets and then curse you. Oh, so fairies are cats then. So fairies are basically cat logic of roll over, show you the belly, invite you to pet the belly, kill you. Yeah, because cats do that. Got it. The following morning, the already crippled Bismarck was severely damaged during a sustained engagement with 2 British battleships. The ship was then scuttled by her crew, bringing an end to the monstrous battleship Bismarck. Yeah, no, I Jess, my life is largely an open book. You must have figured this out by now. Totally must have figured this out right now. Hang on, I gotta approve something here. Hang on, do I want to approve that? Yes, there we go. That is totally fine. Sorry, for some reason, YouTube flagged that one, Desmond. I have no idea why. Not really sure what in there. Anyway, did you know with Bobcat, the Mi-8 helicopter could carry up to 24 infantry, 4 tons of internal cargo, 3 tons of external cargo, and something I'm waiting on. 2 British battleships and several cruisers. That's probably not the same fact, I think. That's not the same fact. Okay, Tower of Lausanne, you want to build more things. Cool. Do that. Oh, it's the same thing you wanted to build. Never mind. That wasn't nearly as exciting as I thought it was going to be. Okay, we really just have Gain Vale to deal with. How's that looking? They're still saying it's an even contest. Am I not getting... I'm not getting all my reinforcements. Koval's there. No, continue the siege, please. We need to get somebody closer. Who is it? Morathi. Okay. Morathi, how can you get more... Oh, you can go around the back. That'll be fun. Go around there. That'll be neat. No idea why YouTube flags stuff. It must have been saying stuff too fast. Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. There doesn't seem to be anything in that sentence that they would flag, but there it is. Anyway. I feel I missed something important, and I'm scared. No, we were just talking about people that I would be willing to poke in the belly. Because, that's what happens in this chat. So people I would be willing to poke in the belly largely was just you. It was just you. So fairies, absolutely not, because apparently they'll curse you. And pretty much everyone else on the planet, no. So it came down to just you. It wasn't even questionable, Desmond. It was a statement of fact. Name the number of people that I will be willing to poke in the belly. It's pretty much Mrs. Dave. It's totally Mrs. Dave. So yeah, it is indeed you, hon. Oh, hang on. I'm getting I gotta get Bobcat's fact here. Okay, there it is. It was usually armed with a 7.62 by 5.4R door mounted machine guns, carry 250 kilogram bombs. That seems very heavy. 57mm chain gun pods, 80mm rocket pods, anti-tank missiles, or where'd it go? Anti-aircraft missiles. There we go. Got it. Oh, hang on. Hawk's got something going on here. The hood was destroyed by the Bismarck with a single shot, by the way. They landed a lucky hit in the ammunition magazine. Yeah, that is lucky. Of the hood and caused the ammo explosion, which ripped the hood apart. Yeah, I bet it would. I totally bet that would happen. Lord Not Moved. Whom? And something wants to get built in Evershale. Okay, Koval's in on the reinforcements. Hopefully Marathi is now, too. I'll figure that out. Oh, yeah, your level 3 walls. Definitely take those. Thank you very much on that. Back to cookie decorating. Excellent. So, are all the cookies making it to your parents' house? I mean, like, maybe if some of the cookies didn't make it to your parents' house, that would be okay, right? Because that's like how cookies work in our house. That's how that's like our logic system. I didn't know you knew this much about the Bismarck. Oh yeah, Birdbrains, Hawk, get on. Hawk's good at everything. Birdbrains. Hawk, I think Hawk may not actually even be human. He may just be a sort of a personification of an encyclopedia. He's good at literally everything. Like, you give him anything and he's got a fact to come back at you with. We just happen to be talking about the Bismarck. Taurus Sarah, oh, you're up to level 3. Yes, please. I'll do that. That's most of our money gone. Oh, your public order is kind of garbage right now. But it won't be fairly soon. Can I hold out that long on public order without putting... Here's what I can do. I don't really need everybody over here. One of you guys can come this way. Yeah, come on over here. Actually, why don't you even go into March stance? I just need to cover that area for a little bit. What is it? It's Gainvale, Torsariar, and Evershale. Great. You can just park yourself in Evershale. It'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. I got bored, so there's some blobs for me to eat. Excellent. Excellent. I look forward to that. That will be good. That will be good. Sneezed out the burger. You sneezed out a burger crumb. Well, you're living up to the weird part of your name, Desmond. I'm going to say that. Well, good. I'm glad you're not choking to death. I didn't know if this was a desperate cry for medical attention over chat, which would be a solid place to do it. I mean, none of us know where you are, but I'm sure, ambulances could be called and whatnot. Battle of the Bismarck and destruction of the Hood is a well-known fact among Europeans who are interested in history. Yeah, not so much with Americans. Yeah, we don't do a lot of European history. We don't do a lot of history, period. There's a lot of American history we don't even do. Falls Anvil. And then, kind of bringing the conversation full circle to states' right. Whatever state you're in, you're going to learn the history from that state's point of view. So you can go to a different state and hear a completely different version of history sometimes. Like, who's good and who's not good. Bismarck had a twin ship, by the way, the Trpiz. I'm sure that's how that's pronounced. Hawk's probably slamming his head against the table right now. Sorry, Hawk. Sometimes I just have fun to have fun. Iron Mines. Yeah, sure. I'll take some of those. Why not? Lord Not Moved. Whom? Koval. Koval's staying right there, game. You don't worry about Koval. I got Koval covered all day. Hero Not Moved. Oh, Sabioth. Yeah. We're just going to start blasting you like a gun against the Phoenix Gate. That seems sensible. Assault that garrison. 99% chance. That's more like it, Sabioth. Now you'll heal it right off. They're going to heal it right off, but it's just fun to keep poking at them. I wonder if Sabioth does more damage than they can heal. Because Sabioth's maxed out. He is the best thing on this map right now. So, for instance, Phoenix 8. The thing is, I totally can't tell what their health is. It doesn't tell me from here. I would actually have to go lay siege. to find out what that is. But I wonder if they heal faster than I do damage. That's the question. We don't talk about history all that much because racism. Yes and no. I would counter, Desmond, I would counter with that we should be talking about history, but we feel we're maybe a little too politically correct and a little overly sensitive, that we actually should be talking about these things. But we're not, because we don't want to be perceived as being racist or being insensitive or intolerant or anything like that. But we have to accept the fact this was a point in our history. These things happened, and we should address them so we can learn from them. And coming right back full circle again, exactly like the Germans did. Now, I know, Hawk, you're sometimes uncomfortable if there's a lot of World War II talk, and I totally get that. But one of the things that I deeply admire about the Germans is they accept their past. They say, this is a thing that happened. It's a real part of history. We need to accept that this happened in our country. We need to learn from it, and we need to be better because of it. And that's I don't say that with any sarcasm or joke, Hawk. I genuinely mean that. I really admire that. That they say, you know what? Here's the thing that happened. We need to be better because of this. Not ignore it. Not tuck it under the shelf. Not sweep it under the rug or vacuum it away like we Americans sometimes do. Next stream, you're going to do the Yamamoto. Oh, good. Good. I'll look forward to that one. Yeah, exactly, Desmond. I think I'm on the right track there, that we avoid talking about things because we did not cool things. And lots of countries do not cool things. The Hood sank with 1,418 men, 1,418 men. Bismarck went down with 2,107. Oh, Eli of Sereno, you're coming in kind of late, man. For the Empire, dear Lord, no. We are for the Dark Elves, or if I'm playing privately, we're all about the Skaven. Because the new Skaven Lord is ridiculous. He's a little OP. He's a little OP. He's got a nuclear bomb. He's a little OP, is all I'm saying. I think we will end that turn right there. And then I want to think about what the next step is, because Gainvale will fall. Oh, good, you brought another hero in the map right in front of Sabioth, who's really good at killing people. You're taking a long... Oh, you did assault units, that's fine. I'm going to park myself in Evershale momentarily. I'll heal that right off. Yeah, the Empire doesn't have much left. Actually, I say that's completely wrong. That's 100% wrong. We haven't even met the Empire yet. Have not even met the Empire. Oh, just got out of work. Cool. Oh, I'm glad you're out of work. Enjoy your Saturday evening. Sit down for a bit and sip some water and then fight me. Okay, well, you guys do that. That's totally okay. Just don't hurt each other. I like both of you. Hexodal. Oh, yeah, we're still technically at war with you. We haven't even seen you in ages, but we're technically at war. Oh, you are... No, I was going to say you're making good progression up there. You do have all of North Lustria. You're beefy. If we actually have to fight you in this silly little war that we're having, that's going to be tricky. It's not going to be nothing. Fight each other with lightsabers. Okay, Jess will be into that. I'll be into that. Lots of people will be into that. Lightsaber is not just specific. Lots of people dig lightsabers. You are... Okay, you guys are fine. Yeah, you're fine over there. In fact, I encourage you to be there, because you can keep the Skaven in check on that side of the map. And Velavith. Who are you with? Oh, you're with the Blessed Dread. Okay. Yeah, we like you guys. And you appear to be fighting the lizards, and it doesn't actually look like you're doing a great job, because you're suffering horrible attrition over there. I know that stretch of land. That's terrible. You're retreating. Okay, probably a good move on your part. There's some people, ships, and events in World War I and World War II which are famous, like Manfred von Richthofen. I actually can say that under normal circumstances, Hawk, but it's the end of a long day, and I'm kind of beat in the pronouncing things. Richthofen in World War I, or Rommel. Yes, Rommel I can pronounce, and everybody knows Rommel. Well, I say everybody knows Rommel. There's probably a bunch of Americans who don't, but I also had a slight advantage of having 5 years of British schooling, where you're absolutely going to learn who Rommel is for obvious reasons. Oh, Trutch Craventail. Oh, you finally want peace with us. Yeah, I'm totally down with that. I declared war on you by accident. I thought it was going to go well, and then it went really, really badly. So if you want 100 gold for a peace treaty, totally. Yeah, have it, man. Have it. You and I are fine. I apologize for the war. Here's 100 gold. Let's just call it a day. And you are what? Vampire Coast? Are you also taking pokes at the Hexodal lizards? Yeah, you are. You go. Go, boys. Yes. Oh, Luther Harkon won, but you didn't take the city. And now you took the city. I don't know why the AI does that. I've never understood that. They go in and they win, and then they sack the city, and then they leave, and then they come back and take the city again, which theoretically they shouldn't be able to do until the following turn. But, you know, the AI does cheat a little bit. Not horribly. You're not... Well, it's not that you're an uneducated fool, Desmond. You're an American. At least, I assume you're an American. I actually don't know that for a fact. You could be from any part of the world. I have no idea. But... and if you're British and you don't know who Rommel is, then that's a failure on your school system's part. Although, you know, I say that, I'm not a young man. When I was in school, you know, that was maybe more important than it is now. I don't know. Who are you guys? Who are you guys? I should probably find out who you guys are. And whatever happened to that Chaos Army that was kicking around? German general in World War II led the African campaign. Yes, Birdbrains nails it there. Very, very, very famous general. So you guys... Desert Wolf, was that his name? I could be totally making that up. He had some, like, really cool nickname, as I recall. Undereducated and dropped out. Well, then I guess you didn't have time to get to Rommel. Rommel was right after you dropped out. Oh, you're American, then you definitely... Oh, hang on, a thing's happening. Oh, it's a cutscene. Oh, yeah. I know this cutscene. This is the part of the game where the game says, we're going to send everything to kill you now. It's a cutscene that basically says, Chaos is coming in big, big numbers. I've actually only ever seen this once, strangely enough. Maybe twice. Yeah, here comes the Chaos troops. This is the part of Mortal Empires where Mortal Empires said, boy, you've been playing this game for a long time and you're doing okay. Let's send everything to kill you. Desert Fox. Thank you, Bobcat. Desert Fox and Hawk. Thank you. I knew he had a cool nickname. I wasn't totally off base with Desert Wolf. I was in the right species. So, yeah. Yeah, it's Chaos time. There's already Chaos on the map, but now they're going to come in massive, massive numbers. And they will wreck. Yeah, here they come. Yeah, I don't care about Hexodal's right. I could care less about the Chaos Invasion. Here we go. Yeah. And they're all going to come and try to kill me. Well, that'll be interesting. You assaulted units, that's good. Thank you, Advisor. You can kind of go away now. So, let me just do a quick round here. We've got everything in the inner ring except Gainvale. So, next time we will own the inner ring of Ulthuan, and then we can start poking at the gates. Or maybe circle around the outside and take some stuff there. I'm largely okay if Harganath wants to get the outside. Although now the vampires are back. Now Harganath has lost territory to the vampires. Who holds the Shrine of Cain? Vampires, huh? Oh, no, I'm sorry, Nagarond. I'm sorry, it's Nagarond. It's not vampires at all. It's Nagarond. That's fine. That's my son, from a lore perspective. That's my bouncing baby boy. Oh, Lothern's got a little tiny one in there. That's so cute. Oh, yeah, Nagarond just... I wasn't even paying attention to the outer ring. Nagarond has just wrecked the vampires. The vampires have almost nothing left. If they completely clear these vampires out, I would be okay with going to war with them, even though we're really good buddies, just to get the Shrine of Asurian. Because that's the only thing keeping me from having the complete set on the inner ring. It's really sad that the Brits and Americans only learn about the 12 years of Nazi Germany in World War II, and not about the 1,500 other years of Germany. That's very true. That's a valid thing to say, Hawk, but I would counter that, you know, how much of our 400-year history of America do you know? How much, like, all right, 1,500 years is much, much longer. We all know every single place is older than, you know, you people have front doors that are older than America. I totally get that. But how much are you taught about our total history? I mean, we're not either, but, you know, some of us do like it. I would counter that any country is going to be hyper-specific to its own history. And then if you're in another country, you're just going to learn the wicked important bits. And let's be honest here, Hawk. That was a wicked important bit. That changed the shape of the planet. That 12-year period, I know it's uncomfortable to talk about it, but it changed everything on the planet. So it's like wicked important. One of the things I was, again, so impressed with during the very, very brief time that I spent in Berlin, but I did kind of like really get into the history of it, is how many important things happened in Berlin. Like, world-changing events happened in that city, and in stretching it out to Germany itself. So I know, I totally hear you, Hawk. I totally hear you. Well, you guys may learn a lot of American history. You probably know more than us. But yeah, I'm saying all of this in admiration, but also to counter your thing. Like, yes, that's probably about all we learn of Germany. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. We may learn about, a bit about it getting carved up. East and West Germany. We'll learn a little Cold War stuff and how it relates to Germany. But you're right. We don't learn much German history. But let's be brutally honest here. Let's call it like it is. Those 12 years were one of the most important things that's happened in the last 1,500 years. Those 12 years were wicked important to the planet Earth and how we are. Countries, continents, everything. So that would be my counter to that. And I don't say that to, oh, hang on, chaos showed up right at our door. It's okay, it's just a Chaos Rebel uprising. We can kick their butts. But Chaos is here. Yay. And I don't say that anyway to disagree with your underlying point, Hawk, but it is to, again, express that was a really, really important thing. That was a super important thing that happened. So it's not surprising that a lot of people are going to focus on that. And I'm sure there's awesome things that happened in Germany, and no American will ever hear about them, because we just study very, very basic American history and a limited amount of other history. In fact, if we're going to study anything, it's probably going to be British history for obvious reasons, although we don't. Ask an American what 1066 means, they'll have no idea, even though it was a defining moment in Western civilization. Much like those 12 years, that was something that affected the rest of the planet. No American will know what happened in 1066. That was very important. Anyway, that is probably enough of me blathering about history, with the greatest of respect to Hawk and everyone else who chimed in on that, and a really good place to call the stream, because I think we're almost done with Ulthuan. Gainvale falls. We might, depending on what happens, we might go to war with the Vampire Coast just to take the Shrine of Asuryan. I like having matching sets. I'm kind of a completionist like that. And we got all sorts of things showing up. I want to see who you were. Oh, you're also vampires. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not really sure why you're here, and you're neutral to us. And chaos will just start popping up everywhere now. Chaos will just randomly spawn everywhere, so we're going to have to deal with that. Never really did find out what happened to those chaos armies that were over here. I think our allies have probably dealt with them, and while I just happen to be looking right at it, what do you think I want to build, Bleakhold? Lots of things. Okay, I'll build just some walls for now, and I'll get back to you later on everything else. Cool. All right, that... Oh, no, it's fine, Jess. I'm wrapping it up anywhere. Amount of Americans with German ancestry actually numbers the Americans with any other ancestry. I did not know that. That should be a interesting fact with Hawk. You should put that on your thing. Dogs are determined to sit under me. That is... Well, you're living up to the weird thing, Desmond. Anyway, guys, I know I say it every single week, and I've been blathering a lot today, but there's a lot of good chat going on. We had a great chat this week, but I really do appreciate each and every one of you coming out. I genuinely mean that. I've been looking forward to this all week. Guys at work knew I was looking forward to this. I got to walk out the door at 3 so I can go do this thing. So thank you all so much. Thank you, Hawk. Really great chat this week. I really enjoyed that. A lot of fun stuff to talk about. So I will see you guys next week. I'm still figuring out what to do with the Sims stream. We're probably just going to move the day completely, because now I am like 100% working Fridays and right in the middle of the day. So not really a time where I can move it. So we'll figure out we'll do that. Always the Saturday one is unchanged. I will see you guys next Saturday. Thank you so much, every single person. I really appreciate it. I will see you next week and hopefully around, but I will call it there. Goodbye. Thank you and goodbye.